Behind the scenes at Sonus Festival, I had a chat with Marko Nastic, DJ producer from Belgrade and a great friend of mine. How do you like this place? Pag.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. I don't come so often, but like every time when I come I have a lot of fun.
You're DJing a lot and you're spending a lot of time in the studio?
Yeah, well, depends. Like usually I spend lots of time in the studio if I play just 2 gigs per week, but the summer was very busy and like I was oscillating from 3 to 6 gigs per week, so somehow I couldn't even catch up with my family, so it was like a bit like more on the road, but okay, it's summer, so...
You have some music coming up and stuff?
Just recently, I think a month ago, my new release on my label Easy Tiger just came out on my vinyl only label with the remixes from Sacro, Neil Wyman, Mark Philip and Tommy Viclari. And yes, of course, there are lots of stuff lined which will come in the future. Mostly on vinyl, and also like I had maybe a couple of months ago digital release also on one of my labels. Yeah, I've been producing a lot lately, especially in the winter, like when it's more easier, not so busy with the gigs. And then like if I have like 5 days in a week, then it's more than enough that I can do lots of stuff.
Do you prefer vinyl?
When I'm releasing the vinyl, I'm gonna think twice, 3 times, 4 times that before I'm going to release it, because you need to pay the production. There is a production cost. There is like lots of stuff you need to do before you do the vinyl. So I think that, and then when you do the release digital, I think it's a different way of thinking, you know. So like I think there is more music digitally comes out that comes faster than on vinyl. So somehow I think that I get mostly better quality of music on vinyl. So not necessarily means that it's mine.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But do you think surely when you put stuff on vinyl, that's kind of people perceive you as a producer maybe a little bit more seriously, do you think?
I don't know, but like from my angle, I like to buy vinyl, I like to open it, and it stays there, like I have a big collection, so it's I find like sometimes when I buy digital stuff I lose it, you know, like sometimes my hard disk dies, you know, and with the vinyl it's always there, it's not always gonna be in my shelf, you know. And now also like I play like, let's say, stuff which I was buying from you or Eddie Richards, like I'm playing it now, and lots of newcomers or DJs who play it now, they're like, oh, you got this on Discogs. It's like, no, I bought this in 2001.
Yeah. but you were saying earlier about this kind of revival of tech house, like more kind of a groovy stuff, maybe.
I don't think it's even in revival, it's just, tech house is always there, you know, it's just like...
Do you think it never went?
Yeah, it's always like it's circling, you know. My circle is house, techno, electro, minimal, so I'm always in this kind of stuff, you know. So if I want to play something that is gonna be like more trippy for somebody, and if I want that people don't know what I play, I can take something from my stuff from collection.
But you've been DJing for a long time now, no?
Yeah, it's almost 23 years now.
You told me earlier that you had a big party for 20 years.
Oh yeah, it was like my big celebration of 20 years of career, maybe one of the best party which was produced by me and my team, because like we had like 6,000 people, but like all the energy and all the emotions we woke up regarding that party was simply unbelievable, because idea was with all this project that we're gonna, in the first party we're gonna book only DJs who were my friends when I was 16, and then they passed to this 20 years, so only DJs from Serbia actually. And the idea was that we're not gonna stop with this party, so and first just to finish the thought, so when I see all these people, some of them they're not DJs anymore, like I was like, wow, you know, some of them they were my idols, you know. I was like listening to them, I was getting hooked on the culture by them, you know, so it was all of them on one roof. It was unbelievable. And then because the project went really well, we decided that we're gonna do like, for second party we're gonna do the best producers for Balkan, like from all like Croatia, Macedonia, Bosnia, Slovenia, Serbia. So we're gonna always kind of trying to support and to promote artists who will, and like who are involved in the culture.
In your career, can you remember some like really big things, like big gigs you did?
Every Exit gig, because I'm a resident of Exit Festival from the beginning. Exit is always like something special. Mostly like my favorite gig was always in South America. Like first time when I was in South America, Brazil, Colombia, that was for me like you know, because in a way it was like total breaking with the cultural things from my country to the Brazil, you know. I was like, wow, what the fuck is this? It was insane.
Yeah, it's intense Brazil, no?
Yeah, it depends where you're going. You know. Also,
Yeah.
sometimes I was playing in Colombia, it was like bit, even scary, you know. But I like it, you know.
Cool.
And then, you know, depends. You know, you always, you know, mostly, you know, you have good. Mostly, everywhere you go, people come because of you and your music, so the gigs are good, you know. So,
Cool.
my favorite place is still to play in Balkan because I'm from Balkan. So, like, is it Croatia?
Lots of people know you here as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm very often guest in Croatia, Macedonia, Slovenia, Bosnia. I'm like here like all the time, and the rest is depends from time to time where I travel.
How do you think the scene today is different than what it was in 2000?
Well, I think that
Because like what I noticed at the gigs is before a lot of people were kind of interacting with each other, dancing, and now there are a lot of phones in the air. And you know, there's a lot of people like socially intelligent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we were the part of the building the scene. We're the people who we put some bricks to something which will happen, what happened in the future. You know, so of course, like electronic scene in '90s was really underground. We were the people who were kind of building the scene from the start. And in that time when I was started, like it was a couple of clubs. And most of the gigs, if you want to play more like professional DJ, you need to play bars, you know. So like if you want to have one serious techno gig, and then you have like a lot of smaller house gigs, or you know, you need to push work through that people kind of feel the vibe is coming, you know. So now it's, I think the scene is got commercialized, you know. The idea of DJ is commercialized. Like you can see DJ in the commercials, you can see DJ like is in a kids commercials, you know. You know, like I think it's a popular job, and somehow with this thing you got lots of new DJs who became like, let's say, socially intelligent, but without collections of records, and like they're more
foundation,
which is like, in a way, whenever they ask me like what I need to do to become a DJ, you know, I always say like, listen, you know, I think it's really important that you collect your music for a couple of years, and that your sense for music, that you get some vision of it. It's not only that you get controller and you download music from the internet. Like first of all, I was buying a lot of vinyls, and in that time was like, if you don't have vinyls, you can play music, you know. It was impossible, which is now different, you know. Like you can lots of people just playing because it's very nice thing to do. I think in the way I like it, but I always vote, if they want to be DJs, they need to buy the equipment and to learn to mix, because that's the original thing, you know, with the mixing. You know, I started to mix because I want to know to mix, not to click the laptop or something. So that's the big difference. And with that came the phones, but this is like logical progression of everything around us. Not necessarily because of the music. It's like you can see the people with the phones everywhere. So.
Yeah, for the people who want to get into DJing, maybe to learn about music.
Yeah, I think they need to buy the music to feel what they like, and then of course with that they need to have some equipment to try to mix it. You know, like that's not like, that's my opinion. You know, like now it's very modernized, and you know, lots of people don't get the idea of turntables. They just buy, you know, like a tractor or something, and that's it. You know. But not necessarily means that it's that bad, you know. Like I also work now on my new hybrid set, which has been involved with the tractor and modular system, which I'm going to take part of from my studio. But I think for a good start, music foundation is most important.
What the future holds for you?
Well, I'm working really hard in the studio. A part of me, my project, like under my name, I'm working on an album with Anna Churchin. This is some, let's say, like the down-tempo electronica mixture with some ambient vibe. Not something which I'm doing, but like when I built my new studio, I got really like open source of things for me to do, you know, like I have like all these analog machines you saw, like big modular, and somehow when you have such a big studio, you know, it's really stupid if you don't use it, you know. So, and the workflow is much faster than I was doing it in a computer, because I'm actually not a musician, I'm a DJ, you know. So for me it was really complicated to express myself in a way I wanted with a computer. And then when I bought all this, you know, it's just like, wow, oh, it's crazy, you know. Like I can jam, I can cut, I can do so much different things, and honestly, like really pushed me in a way that I want to work more. You know, I think that this studio even like from before how much I was working, I think that I work like triple more time. Like,
No.
yeah. So, and then this I mentioned this hybrid DJ set. This is also what I'm doing. I'm also practicing with that. You know, like I don't know, like it's important that like this fire which is in you never stops. You know, so like sometimes I remember me from the time when I was playing a lot of techno, and then in one moment I got bored of it, and in that time I was really young. I couldn't understand the fact that I needed to do more stuff, and then I'm gonna hear a couple of things around me, and this is nice, you know, because I still love techno, but in the way I got bored of it because I was doing it for so long time, you know, I released like 100 records in the time when I was like 26.
Yeah.
So you know, it's a long period, and then like now, in one moment I was thinking, yeah, I don't like techno, but it's not true. I like it, you know, just like I was doing it so much, then you need to have some sort of balance, and now if I do only minimal, of course I'm gonna get bored with it, you know?
I hope you've enjoyed our chat. So until next time, have a good one.